outer space.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Getting your work week started right by stretching out your vagina holes with the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
Shogun of Harlem.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome aboard the mothership. You have been beamed aboard, and we are broadcasting directly into your vagina holes. You are now aboard the mothership for another edition of Attack of the Monday Morning Mancast from outer space. Broadcasting into your vagina holes live from the other side of planet Chaos, screaming through the galaxy at triple redunculous speeds. Don't worry, we'll return you unharmed. Not unchanged, but definitely unharmed. What's happening today on today's show? I don't know what's happening on the show today. I really don't. Yesterday was a nightmare. As most of you know, the world is all sitting at home playing on the computer. So because of that, there were all kinds of issues yesterday with technical problems as far as bandwidth and being able to get on the air. So Inside the Mothership did not air yesterday. And because of all the problems, I assumed that it wasn't going to happen today. So the show is not fully prepared, but that's okay. We never are. So we're going to go ahead and scream through the galaxy anyway, or at least talk really loud in the back row of the movie theater, pissing everybody off, and do as much stuff as we can. Music for your vagina holes coming up. We're going to talk about silly things. We're going to take your phone calls live. I'm opening up the Alien X lines right now. 313-444-8919. Again, that's 313-444-8919. Or you can Skype me at AlienStone1. That's all one word. And the number 1, don't spell it out. You would be wrong. It's AlienStone1. So, without further delay, let's go ahead and kick this pig and get things underway like we usually do on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
Let's take a look at this day in history.
May 11th, 1973. Charges are dropped against Daniel Ellsberg for leaking the Pentagon Papers during the Vietnam War. A judge cites government misconduct by officials in President Richard Nixon's White House, illegal wiretaps on Ellsberg's phone, and a break-in at his psychiatrist's office. Years later, Ellsberg tells the Associated Press that he had to release the papers, a secret government study of America's role in Vietnam.
It did prove to be helpful to put out this information, and it certainly was worth the risks that I ran.
1997. In New York, world chess champ Garry Kasparov loses a 6-game match against IBM's Deep Blue computer. Afterward, Kasparov demands a rematch, a challenge which IBM declines. 1888.
God bless America.
Composer Irving Berlin is born in Belarus, then part of the Russian Empire. Among his songs, God Bless America, White Christmas, and There's No Business Like Show Business. In 1981, Bob Marley, the singer-songwriter who is considered reggae's biggest star, dies of cancer in Miami. He was 36. Today in history, May 11th. Camille Bohannon, The Associated Press.
All right, folks, now that you're all up to date with the date and what happened on the date way back in the day, let's go ahead and get things underway with some Leftover Bullets. It's music. The band is called Leftover Bullets, and the tune is called Confused. Apparently, I was as well. Let's rock things out for you here on the Attack of the Monday Morning Mancast from Outer Space.
I gotta go pee.
I may be late, honey, but I look good.
Yummy, 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 I got love in my tummy. Feel like I'm loving you. Love is such a sweet thing, good enough to eat thing. Just what I'm gonna do. Ooh, love to hold ya. Ooh, love to kiss ya. Ooh, love, I love it so. Ooh, love you sweeter, sweeter than a sugar. Ooh, love, I won't let you go. Yummy, 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 I got love in my tummy. Silly as it may seem. The loving that you're giving is what keeps me living. Loving like peaches and cream. Kinda like sugar, kinda like spices, kinda like what you do. Kinda sounds funny, but you love honey, and honey, I love you. Yummy, 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 I got love in my tummy that your love can't satisfy. Love is such a sweet thing, good enough to eat things. Sweet thing, that ain't no lie. I love to hold you, I love to kiss you. Oh, love, I love it so. Yeah. Ooh, love you sweeter, sweeter than a sugar. Ooh, love, I won't let you go. No. Sweet thing, yummy, yummy. She's just a sweet thing, yummy, yummy. My little girl is a sweet thing, yummy, yummy.
Here's this week's bad movie flashback.
No, please, no.
Cherry's a girl who wanted to be taken seriously,
I am going to be a reporter.
but her body kept getting in the way.
Pretty girl, you could be a model.
Sometimes I just wish I were a guy.
No, you don't. The male body needs sex at all times. It's a living hell.
So to prove to the men in her life she had a mind, Cherry decided to try life as a guy.
How do I look?
Dashing.
My zipper's open.
That was the dashing part.
What a fox. Dresses like Elvis Costello. Looks like the Karate Kid. I'm gonna get him.
Today's woman has the freedom to be just as sick and perverted as us guys.
She learned their secrets.
I have surprise jock inspections 3 times a week. A word to the wise.
And dated their women.
Yeah, but I got this one rule. I never go out with girls who say bitch.
Now the question is,
What's going on?
Wait, it gets better.
can a girl tell the boy she loves
Terry's such a stallion. Go on, show me your hairy chest.
she's not the man he thinks she is?
Wait a minute, are those what I think they are?
Yep, it's one of a kind. My bro.
Just one of the guys.
Just confused. Of course you're confused. You're wearing my underwear.
Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
Bus commercials, definitely.
Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Awesome.
Well, welcome back to the attack, everybody. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I'm your host, Alien Stone. For those of you listening on Facebook and on YouTube, apparently you heard a bunch of other stuff. The microphone's been on the whole time. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Unbelievable.
Anyway, folks, welcome back to the attack. We are broadcasting live from the other side of Planet Chaos, directly into your ear holes on alienxradio.com. UG Media, WCET-FM, Lime City Radio, and the Paranormal Junkyard Radio Network. And the Alien X lines are open at 1-313-444-8919. Happy Monday, everybody. Monday, the 11th of May. And here in Detroit, Michigan, yesterday it rained and it snowed. Yeah. Fun weather we're having, right? Good thing nobody can go outside anyway, right? Because here in Michigan, we're on house arrest. Yeah. It was a stay-at-home order. It's a house arrest at this point. And there's a lot of people that have escaped house arrest. They're out running about. That's right. It's like the Keystone Cops out there trying to round them all up, too. They're bumping into each other while the Benny Hill music plays in the background. Or is it just the circus theme song? You know what I'm saying? Instead of Benny Hill, it's the, you know, the circus theme song. Cops pull up and they throw a bunch of people without masks in the back, and while they're loading them into one door, they're piling out the door.
Still running them up. That's happening out there,
Here, folks. Just saying. Just saying. Also sending a shout out to some of our fantastic and wonderful affiliates that are in syndication and replay around the world. Fantastic stations like 920 WOM The Apple in New York City, New York, 24.7. The Stream in Chicago, WRFN 1020 in the UK, and WRPR Rat Pack Radio in Florida, as well as many others that we will talk about and discuss as we move along through this little thing that we call the Attack the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. As I said, this week's been kind of crazy. Lots of technical difficulties. The show was canceled up until like maybe 10 minutes before airtime, really. I mean, I was like, this isn't going to happen. This is going to happen. All of a sudden, everything's been restored. So I have nothing prepared. So while I'm preparing stuff and getting ready to violate your vajir holes with it, we're going to take another musical break for you. Oh, actually, no, we changed the format. It's not musical break time, folks. It's time to actually bring you up to date on what's happening in the world with the first news break of the day. It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
And now your weekly news update from NPR.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
I've always listened to it.
Live from NPR News, I'm Corva Coleman. Comedian and actor Jerry Stiller has died of natural causes. He was 92 years old. Stiller had a career that lasted more than 60 years, but he's perhaps best known for playing George Costanza's dad on the show Seinfeld. Alex Cohen has this remembrance.
Jerry Stiller is probably best known for playing George Costanza's angry father on the show Seinfeld.
Surrender me now! Surrender me now!
What is that?
Doctor gave me a relaxation cassette. When my blood pressure gets too high, the man on the tape tells me to say, "Serenity now!"
Born in 1927, Stiller grew up in Brooklyn and on Manhattan's Lower East Side. At 18, he left for Europe to fight in World War II. After returning to the U.S., he studied drama and looked for acting work. His big break came when he met his wife, Ann Mira, in 1953. They became a popular comedy team, Stiller and Mira. They had 2 children who are also in showbiz, Amy and Ben Stiller. For NPR News, I'm Alex Cohen.
3 senior members of President Trump's health advisory team are self-quarantining. They say they were exposed to an administration staffer who's been infected with the coronavirus. They include Dr. Anthony Fauci, FDA Commissioner Dr. Stephen Hahn, and CDC Director Dr. Robert Redfield. NPR's Mara Eliason says none has tested positive for the virus.
Even the White House can't keep people safe, and it raises the question, how can people who are being asked to go back to work, to go out to restaurants, to eat and shop, how can they be confident if they don't have the same resources as the White House? The other question it raises is, why isn't everyone or a lot of other people at the White House self-quarantining if these officials are?
NPR's Mara Eliason. Georgia Attorney General Chris Carr wants an investigation into the death of an unarmed black jogger in February. As Georgia Public Broadcasting's Emily Jones reports, he has asked the U.S. Department of Justice to step in.
It took 3 district attorneys and more than 2 months before 2 men were arrested for shooting and killing Ahmaud Arbery, even though police knew from the beginning who shot him. One of the suspects worked in a local district attorney's office, leading that DA to recuse herself from the case. The second DA assigned to the case also removed himself at the request of Arbery's family because of ties to the first DA's office. But Attorney General Chris Carr says that DA also failed to disclose several important facts, including that he advised police on the case before the state asked him to take over, and that when he removed himself, he advised police not to make any arrests. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation got involved last week and arrested the suspects within 2 days. The agency says the investigation is still open. For NPR News, I'm Emily Jones in Savannah.
You're listening to NPR News.
It's starting to get warm outside. Pretty soon my balls are going to stick to my leg. I got to get me some Freedom.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Oh my God. What have I done? What have I done?
Look at the turning wheel.
The Alignment, the latest CD from The Creeping Chaos, featuring Dead in the Water.
Dead in the water.
Beg for mercy and Under the Blade.
We live our lives under a blade.
Available now at iTunes, CD Baby, and Rock of Ages in Garden City.
Yeah, that's right, folks. You are
Tuned to the Attack, the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space. Welcome back to the Attack. Once again, sending a shout out to some of our fantastic affiliates in syndication and replay around the world's fantastic stations like United Sounds Choice Radio, United Talk Radio, Prodcore Radio, Pure Rock Radio, and 97.1 KGSB-FM Get Smashed Radio. And, well, let's go ahead and send a shout out to our live affiliates. Because you're listening right now, right? Now is now. When is now? Now is now. Can we go back to now? No, why? Because it just passed. When? Just now. Anyway, Alien X Radio, UG Media, WCET-FM, Lime City Radio, and the Paranormal Junkyard Radio Network. Thank you for tuning in, folks. As I said, today's kind of a free-form show, so you can control that by giving me a call at 1-313-444-8919. Again, that's 1-313-444-8919. Also, head on over to Facebook and look for the Alien X Radio fan page. You can find the broadcast there on Facebook. I believe it's already over there. I know it's on my personal page. Let me make sure that it has been shared. I like to say stuff that ain't true yet, you know? I don't know why I like to do that. It's like it's on my personal page. I have not shared it over to that page just yet. So here, let's do that officially as we speak. So that you know officially that you can head on over there. All right, there we go. Alien X Radio fans. Also, YouTube. If you guys are YouTubers, head on over there and look for the Alien X Radio YouTube channel. We're also broadcasting live over there. Much better audio quality on YouTube than it is on Facebook. But we would like you to subscribe and join both of those, please. Thank you so much. Anyway, still coming up on this show. We got 3 hours of this. I got to make it all up as I go. I'm trying to get some contestants to play Who Wants to Be a Smartass, which is a fantastic new game show. It is fun, and it is entertaining, and it's just wrong sometimes. But I'm looking for somebody to play that. And we're going to, of course, do a classic replay of just a few questions. You'll also hear some bad movie flashbacks throughout the day, and I'll be scouring the internet for goofy, weird stories. And if you have any of these goofy, weird stories that you would like to share, by all means, again, 313-444-8919. Again, it's 313-444-8919. I'm real bad at names, folks, but Kid Norton, with a question mark at the end, he said, get out of that hole, the name of the tune. It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Feel unhappy, but I don't know why. My mind is clouded by the need to try. Deep inside, I'm just a wrecked mess. I need someone to tell me about progress. I used to struggle to find my place. Lost control, so I showed my face. How can I ever reach my goal without losing my precious soul? Don't let the shadow take control. You need so badly to get out of that hole.
Get out of that hole.
Stop listening to the faking news. I'm overthinking, so I play the blues. My nerves exploding and my body is tense. Feels like I'm pinned up against the fence. Don't let the shadow take control. You need so badly to get out of that hole.
Get out of that hole.
Looks like I'm running in the dirty race. Always trying to find my place. Time has come to find the train. Stimulation, no more pain. Don't let the shadow take control. You need so badly to get out of that hole. Don't let the shadow take control.
I'm an astrologer. If you'll call out your astrological sign, I'll tell you a little bit about yourself one at a time, please. Pisces. Pisces, sign to the big mouth, first to call out in any group.
Hello and welcome to Man Law. I'm your host, Judge Man. I know you've been sworn in. I've read your complaints and your emails. The first case up on the docket today is Chester from Chicago. Chester writes, Judge Man, I'm a married man and we need to buy a second car so my wife can get around while I'm at work. My problem is this. She wants a pink car that she saw on Craigslist. Now, how can I convince her that this car is a bad car without letting her know I just don't want a pink car in my driveway? Well, Chester, I've got two answers for you. Number one, if your wife knows nothing about cars, tell her that pink paint oxidizes and rusts right through in 1 year. And a new paint job is about $10,000. She'll buy it. Answer number two. If your wife knows all about cars, well then, Chester, you're just screwed. And now this week's list of things real men should never do. Number one, real men never carry tiny shopping bags. Put it in your pocket, dude. Number two, real men never wear pinky rings. Sorry, every guy ever in the mob, you're gay. Number three, real men never sing along with Barry Manilow. Ever. Number four, real men never share their drink with anybody. And number five, real men never use Pinterest. If your wife says she saw it on Pinterest, you should never be able to say, so did I. This has been Man Law. I have ruled.
Brand spanking new music right now from Vaccine 7. Silence is the name of the song, and it's the Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
inside, he has this device, the look-alike-a-later.
The look-a-what-a-lotta?
The like a lot of looter.
No, the later looter-liker.
No, I'm pretty sure he said the look-alike-the-langolier.
Just a few questions.
Oh, that's right, everybody. It's time now for that part of the show where I get to make the unit uncomfortable. Or whoever happens to be on the receiving side of just a few questions.
You better have some good ones for next week.
Oh, yeah, we'll have some. I have to come up with some good ones.
Yeah.
Maybe even some extra ones.
Yep. We're going to have a lot of guests next week.
So, it's Mother's Day. So, we've had like a Mother's theme going on through the course of the show. So, I'm going to keep that going through just a few questions. Starting off, I'm going to do kind of an easy one here.
Okay.
This is an easy one. What is the very first memory you have of your mom? And also, when were you convinced that she was in charge?
My very first memory of my mom.
Yep.
That's a good question.
Yeah, because I'm sure that would be very.
I remember
difficult.
like there's I don't remember that, but I remember as kids when I was still a baby, my older brother would go to school. My younger brother would a little bit younger than me, but he would go down and take naps, and her and I would watch her soap operas together, because she was a stay-at-home mom at that time. So I remember we would eat, she would make tuna fish.
Yeah.
And we would eat it with Ritz crackers.
Oh, yeah.
And watch her soap operas.
Dude.
Those are my earliest.
Are you sure that we didn't grow up together?
I'm pretty sure.
Tuna fish on Ritz crackers and soap operas.
Yes.
Give me a break. That's exactly.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Wow.
The time when I knew her, when she was in charge. Yeah. We used to have, like, when we were back, 'cause we were three boys, My parents got divorced when I was, pretty young, really young. And, we were three boys. So she had the Board of Corrections. You remember what that was?
The Board of Corrections. Look out.
The paddle.
Yeah, sure.
And it had like a little saying on there, and it had two kids bent,
little pictures.
Well, long story short, I mean, that was probably like a good quarter-inch, maybe, probably about a quarter-inch thick piece of wood, but she broke it.
Oh, broke it.
Split it down the center, hitting me in the ass with it.
Wow. You were convinced at that moment.
That pretty much time until I got to be a little bit more in high school and taller than her. Right. Once I got taller than her, I think I kind of tested the bounds of reality a little bit again.
Yeah, so she
still failed.
Right. So
don't get me wrong.
Right.
I still failed.
That's a different question. I said first time, not the second time.
Right. But, yeah, I think it was that time when we were kids, man. We knew.
Good. All right. So question number two.
Question number two
is, what would be the most embarrassing moment for you as a kid? A, your mom dropping you off at school, and as you walk towards your friends, she yells out, "I love you, honey." B, you are playing at Chuck E. Cheese with all your friends for a birthday party. As you all run over for cake, your mom, in front of all your friends, licks a napkin and uses it to wipe pizza sauce off of your cheek. Or C, your mom walking in on you while you are reading the articles in a dirty magazine.
What would be the most embarrassing for me?
Yeah.
What do you think? Because back then I did have a collection. Nowadays, I don't have a collection, but back
Right.
then I had one. You needed one back then.
Awesome.
Never happened. Thank God it hasn't. I can guarantee you the second one has happened. Not necessarily at Chuck E. Cheese, but do the old thumb to the thing. That's happened.
Yeah, so nasty.
Dude, I got a couple good embarrassing stories with my mom, man.
Well, give us one. Give us one real quick.
We used to go. Remember when Blockbuster was still around?
Yeah.
Okay. We lived in Canton, and on Ford Road in Lilly, there was the Blockbuster, and that there used to be an F&M. The F&M drugstore.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Okay. So we're going back, dude. We're going back to like late 80s, early 90s here. So this is probably the early 90s. But we would go every Friday. We would go and pick movies for the weekend. My brother could pick one. I could pick one. My mom would always pick two because, she was in charge. And then we would go. There was a Tubby sub shop down there. And we order subs and we take our subs home. Well, I don't exactly remember what song it was, but the store, there was a couple people sitting down, and then there was, the crew sitting there working there, and we already ordered our subs, and we're sitting there, and my mom is just sitting there just dancing, like straight up almost bar dancing, and she's like bumping my, like trying to get me, and it was embarrassing, dude. It was so bad.
Nice.
And she just tried to get me to dance with her, and I just like, nope, not gonna do it. I don't even know who this lady is, man. Somebody needs to call an adult.
Exactly. Help me. I'm being accosted.
Then I had another time. This will be. I'll shorten this one up real quick. My little brother used to t-ball baseball, or he used to coach. Not coach, excuse me. He would ump. He would ump Little League Baseball. Okay? He would be an umpire, excuse me. Okay, so we would go. He was younger. He couldn't drive, so my mom would drive him, to work and stuff like that. So we're sitting there, waiting for him, my mom and I, and there's this guy that, starts having brings up this conversation with us, and he goes, which one of the kids is your guys's? So thinking me, high school, I was a senior in high school, I'm married to my mom. That was embarrassing.
Wow.
I'm like, dude, this is my mom.
Dude, that's your mom.
One of those awkward moments.
All right, so final question is the lightning round.
The lightning round.
It's the lightning round, so there's 10 parts. And we've got to hurry up and get through it because we're almost out of here. This lightning round is called Mom or Wife.
Oh, shit. Shoot.
See, it made you forget all the rules, didn't it?
See? You got me in trouble.
Mom or wife. That's your answer. It's mom or wife.
Okay.
All right.
Gosh.
Number one.
All right.
Who makes the best meatloaf?
Oh, dude, right away? Right away.
Who makes the best meatloaf?
Oh, gosh. I'm going to go with the wife.
You're going to go with the wife?
Yep. My mom's always fallen apart. And
Oh, hey,
she had fallen apart meatloaf.
Again here. I can't have those noises. There we go.
So the wife stays together, and that's the only reason. Not going by taste. I'm going by because it stays together.
So you're saying wife?
Wife.
All right.
Go.
All right. So number two, who keeps a cleaner house?
Oh, man.
Shoot.
I stopped. You know what? I'm just going to say this just because my mom doesn't have dogs and my stepdad is very
You got less than
anal.
2 minutes.
Mom.
Mom does.
Yep.
Number three, who would be the first person to use plastic furniture covers?
Mom.
Number four, who makes the best spaghetti?
Mom.
Who is currently in charge of kissing your boo-boos?
The wife.
Who bought you underwear for Christmas 20 years ago?
Mom. Every year.
Who bought you underwear for Christmas most recently?
Wife.
Who takes better care of you when you're sick?
Present day or ever?
Ever.
Gotta go with mom on that. I'd be wrong. My wife would probably kick me in the nannies if I didn't say her.
Who bakes the best cookies? And you can't say drug dealers.
Grandma.
Grandma? Grandma, I'll accept Grandma because it's
Mother's Day. Grandma made the best cookies, hands down.
And finally, who do you want to say Happy Mother's Day to?
My mom.
Oh, your mom.
I'm Michelle Wolf, lead singer of H.I. Rustica, and you are listening to AMX Radio.
that you have made? Can they hear you through your endless cries? Tell me, do they see right through your disguise? You're mine, of your mind, of your mind.
You don't know what you're doing. You're bored out of your mind. You need a little adult supervision.
Vice President Pence will go to work today. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. He'll be going to the White House.
There was some question over the weekend whether he would be in self-quarantine after one of his staffers tested positive for coronavirus, but The vice president's spokesperson says he will indeed be at the White House today. There's a press briefing this afternoon from the coronavirus task force.
Fox's Griff Jenkins. Republican Senator Lamar Alexander is self-quarantining after a staffer in his office got the virus, so he'll remotely chair that hearing tomorrow, featuring the FDA commissioner, the CDC director, and task force Dr. Anthony Fauci, who will all testify via video conference. 12 states will lift more corona restrictions today. Days after a white father and son in Georgia were arrested and charged with murder in the shooting death of a black man out jogging, the state's attorney general is asking the Justice Department to investigate. It took a few months and video of the shooting to lead to the arrests, and there is another one out.
Security footage about a block from where the shooting took place. It's hard to exactly identify who is in the video, but it may be Ahmaud Arbery walking around an open construction site for about 6 minutes and then leaving empty-handed. It was just then the police got calls about suspicious activity, and the shooting occurred a short time after.
Fox's Steve Harrigan. A disaster at sea for Iran's Navy. Fox's Simon Owen is here live with what happened.
Dave, one Iranian warship accidentally hitting another with a missile during a training exercise. Iran's Navy saying 19 sailors have been killed. Another 15 are injured. State media reports the incident happened in the Gulf of Oman off Iran's south coast. The first ship reportedly firing at a target released by the second one, but that second ship was struck. It's the second serious incident this year involving a misfired missile by Iran's armed forces. A passenger plane was shot down in January. Dave.
Simon, Jerry Stiller has died. His son Ben tweeted that early this morning. Jerry Stiller got his start as an actor in the 50s, became famous in the 90s on Seinfeld playing George Costanza's father. He was 92. America's listening.
You know, it's about to start getting pretty hot outside. I think it's time I have a professional check out my air conditioning unit.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Me and my lady want to get busy tonight. What do you recommend?
Igor's Lube. I got my fist stuck in a gravy boat. Any ideas on how I can get it out? Igor's Lube.
The hinges on my cabinet doors are squeaky. What should I use?
Igor's Lube. I got dry, flaky elbows. Igor's Lube.
Okay, but what if I'm being held hostage by a supervillain in an underground lair with a ticking time bomb and only seconds left until detonation? What would save me then, huh?
Igor's Lube.
That's right. Everything is smoother with Igor's Lube.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
You just robbed a house. You have all this great stuff that now belongs to you, but you got this annoying pang of guilt nagging at you. You just can't get over the thought of the lives you shattered in your quest for illicit goods. Well, worry no more, because your friends at Cell Block Greeting Cards have the answer for you. Introducing our new line of petty crime thank you cards. Before you smash and grab one of our cards and leave it behind on your next heist. Choose from any of these fine heartfelt cards like,
"Sorry I crapped on your couch, but thank you for the plasma TV."
Or,
"Thanks for the PlayStation, alcohol, and penny jar."
And,
"Don't use your toothbrush."
For a limited time, introducing,
"I'm still in the house."
And many more sentimental petty crime thank you cards. Available at any back alley, shadowy parking lot, or Walmart.
This portion of the show is being brought to you by Ed's all-new chocolate chip cigarettes. The only cigarettes that give you cavities while you're waiting for the lung cancer to set in.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like.
It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
All right, welcome back to The Attack. It's The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. It's hour number 2 as we're screaming through the galaxy at triple redunculous speeds, broadcasting to you live from the other side of planet Chaos. On Alien X Radio, UG Media, WCET-FM, Lima City Radio, and the Paranormal Junkyard Radio Network. And then in syndication and replay on fine affiliate stations around the world like IRN Internet Radio Network, Good Talk Radio, Mile High Radio, K89 in Pennsylvania, and the Western Reserve Digital Radio. These are fantastic stations, folks, wherever you're listening in the world. Remember, the Alien X lines are open during our live broadcast at 1-313-444-8919. Again, that's 1-313-444-8919. You can also Skype me at AlienStone1. It's all one word, Alienstone and the number 1, not spelled out 1, the number 1. You'd be wrong if you spelled it out. Alienstone1. Go ahead and give me a call. I don't care what you want to talk about. Something I just want to... I'm gonna shake the beehive for just a second. Okay, I'm gonna shake the beehive, or... I'm sorry, the murder hornet hive. Okay, let's shake that instead. Why not, right? I'm gonna chime in on this, okay? We just heard on the news break there, just a moment ago. Remember, we're talking about the father and the son who chased a guy down the street in their vehicle because they suspected him as being a criminal who has broken into things in the past or now or whatever. They suspected him of stealing and breaking into houses or whatever. Okay, so they chase him down. There was a confrontation. They're fighting, and the son shot the guy. He died. And of course, the premise of this whole thing is that they automatically assumed he was the guy. Well, that wasn't actually. That's not the premise. The premise is that they shot him because he's black. Okay, that's how they're spinning the whole thing, is that they shot him because he's black. And that's what everybody wants to say. They want to use that to go forward to be able to prosecute these guys. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, I'm definitely not saying that this guy is definitely, in my opinion, he was murdered. Okay, straight up. Let's get that out in the open right now before you start listening to me and thinking that I'm trying to defend these guys. They murdered this guy. Period. Okay? Period. Now, they're trying to say that there is footage of this guy on a construction site for 6 minutes. That he's just wandering around a construction site for 6 minutes. However, they've even said that in this video, he leaves that construction site empty-handed. So he didn't steal anything. Whether or not he was thinking about it is irrelevant. Whether or not he was looking for... It's completely irrelevant what he was doing, because he left empty-handed, regardless. The man stole nothing, okay? Now, he's running down the street, yeah? So do older ladies, and so do older men, and so do kids. It's called jogging. A lot of people do that. You know, a lot of people jog. They walk down the street. That's kind of what we do as people, you know what I'm saying? We go outside and we do things. So, you know, just because you suspect something's happening and you see somebody run by outside, how do you automatically put into your head, hey, this is the guy that's been robbing everybody in the neighborhood, let's chase him down and shoot him? Okay, that's quite a jump, and it requires quite a lack of intelligence to get to that point. Really, it does. Now, before we start talking about they chased him down and shot him because he's black, before we get to that part, let's examine right off the bat, okay? The law states that if someone enters your home your life is in danger, and you can shoot that person to defend your life. When you're outside of the house, the law is slightly different. It's slightly different. Here's how the law is outside of the house. Now, this may vary from state to state. I'm sure it does. Okay, so I'm speaking specifically here in Detroit, Michigan. So I'm assuming that this is kind of pretty much the same as in most places. So if I am outside of the house, in order for me to draw my weapon, just to draw my weapon, let alone shoot the person, I have to be actually, in my mind, convinced that my life is in danger, that he is threatening my life. It has to be my life. It cannot be anything I own. It cannot be property. It has to be my life. The other instance is it has to be the life of someone else. So if you're outside and you see somebody else's life being threatened, again, now you are still allowed to pull your weapon and defend that life. Also, you can defend against the attack as far as a penetration type rape situation. Yes, you are allowed to at that point as well. What you are not allowed to do, however, is draw your weapon if no life is in danger or rape is imminent. You can't use your weapon at that point. You especially are not allowed to chase somebody down the street who's running away from you, which is not threatening your life in any way, shape, or form. You are not allowed to chase them down, period, and shoot them. You went outside of your house with a gun to protect property, not your life. You're already wrong. Already, before you even get into any of the other stuff.
You've already committed a
serious crime. Now you've chased him down the street, which makes you the aggressor now. So now you are attacking and assaulting him with a deadly weapon. Then you shoot him and he dies. You've committed murder, my friend. You've committed murder. It doesn't matter what color anybody is. You've committed murder. If you want to add to it and make it all big and so you can have some sound bites and stuff to play on the news and stuff and say all the stuff about racial this and racial that, you want to add all that and spin that all the way you want, go ahead. Point remains, murder was committed. Murder was committed. They did everything wrong. Everything. Now, did they jump to conclusions because in their mind they've been trained to automatically assume black people are the criminals? We don't know. That would take psychologists and psychiatrists days and weeks and months to dig inside their little brains to figure that out. But I do know that based on law, they committed murder. And that's that. That's that. Okay? You don't need to go any further. They're guilty of murder.
got him on video, so you can't deny it.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's go ahead and put some music into your vajir holes. Oh boy, of course, am I not going to find what I'm looking for? Yeah, there it is. Okay. So how about some music from Spiral Crush? Since we're talking about murder hornets, and chasing people down and murdering them in the street, let's take murder in a different light. It's Spiral Crush and Love Like Murder on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Tragedy. Don't look now, you can see it coming.
When a man loves a woman very much, the man gives the woman $20.
Everyone here has a twisted logic too late. Godspeed. Turn my bloodstream, a force of nature inside of me. Move like satellites, night sky come alive. Move like satellites.
Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos, directly into your Vajir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
All right, everybody, welcome back to The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. We are almost at the halfway point. That's right, folks. You don't have to brace for the turn, though, because the inertia cancelers on the mothership are second to none, because there are none others. That's why we're second to none. We're the only ones. We also have gravitational plates that are gravitating, and the deflector array is wearing a mask in public. And it's washing its hands, and its ass crack, too. It is doing all of the above. Anyway, folks, I just thought I would take a pause here for a moment to bring you. I want to let you focus for a second. What do you think has spawned from the pandemic and the shutdown? And I don't mean anger, and I don't mean people wearing masks, and people washing their hands more often, and people standing 6 feet apart. I mean, what do you think will spin off a result? Because I guarantee you that if people were not stuck at home, okay, I'm going to say guarantee, but I pretty much am sure that if people were not stuck at home, the Tiger King would not have gotten the attention that it got. It would have not gotten people watching it as much as they did. There wouldn't have been as many memes. There wouldn't have been any of this stuff. Now, because everybody sat at home and watched this and they made all these memes and posted all this stuff, which, by the way, I still haven't watched any of it. They posted all of this stuff. It has become so popular now that they are spawning television shows that are actual television, not the reality, well, not the reality television show version, but like an actual one with actors playing the parts of the people from the reality television show. And they're even talking about movie versions starring legitimate actors with actual scripts and everything. From the freaking the Tiger King. Trash TV that everybody watched out of boredom. You know what I'm saying? It has now become all of this. Now, I am now getting reports. Get this. Are you ready to do this? I have no idea if you're actually prepared for this. But would you be ready for, get ready, Tiger King pornos? They're coming. They're coming. That's kind of a pun there, but no, they're on their way. Okay? It's official. They are actually being produced right now. Pornos that parody the Tiger King. You know, I mean, folks, everybody's just so opportunistic. Anytime anything comes up, man, they got to make sure that they take it and run with it like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we got to take a short break. Pause the action for station identification. It is time for your next news update. This time from AP News, I believe. That's who's coming up next. Still coming up on the show, we're going to have more Man Law, more bad movie flashbacks, more music for your Vajira holes, and maybe I can get somebody to play Who Wants to Be a Smartass. People are afraid of that show. I don't know what it is, man. They don't want to be called a dumbass, I guess. I don't know. And some more Just a Few questions. So stick around for more of the Attack of the Monday Morning Mancast from Outer Space. We'll be back after this.
This is AP News. I'm Rita Foley. The Trump administration's leading health experts on safely dealing with the coronavirus will be testifying before Congress this week by video conference after 3 of them and the committee's chairman were exposed to people who tested positive for the virus. President Trump's been dismissing fears about the virus spreading in the White House following 2 positive tests last week. Sagar Magani reports.
On Thursday, it was one of the president's valets. Friday, Vice President Pence's press secretary tested positive. Hours later, the president said he's not worried.
I get things done. I don't worry about things.
Saying the White House would boost measures to keep him and others safe from the virus. Shortly after his comments, the vice president returned home from Iowa and stayed there through the weekend, with his office saying he was self-isolating after his aide's positive test, though he himself has tested negative. It says Pence plans on being at the White House today. The heads of both the CDC and FDA are self-quarantining, and Dr. Anthony Fauci is also in quarantine after exposure at the White House. Sagar Magani, Washington.
Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin says just because 3 members of the White House virus task force have self-quarantined doesn't mean you should question the safety of returning to your job.
We now have ample testing. We'll be rolling out even more testing. One of the reasons why we're able to know that people have been exposed and self-quarantine is because of testing, so it's very important.
The Justice Department's being asked to investigate the way authorities handled the killing of a black man in Georgia. The state attorney general made the request. Ahmaud Arbery was shot dead by 2 white men, say authorities, as he ran through a neighborhood. This is AP News.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with The Prospect.
Hello everyone, I am The Prospect and this is the weekly sports update on Alien X Radio. The NFL has officially released their 2020 regular season schedule. The defending champion Chiefs start things off September 10th at home against the Texans, which under normal circumstances will be a festive occasion as the team receives their Super Bowl rings to a roar of a crowd. But as the coronavirus still exists, the stadiums may fall silent for now. The same can be said for the Raiders, who will start their first season in Las Vegas against the Panthers, who as of this moment is without superstar quarterback Cam Newton. Newton was released back in late March and hasn't been contacted since. One of the games to watch in the opening week is the Buccaneers versus the Saints, as this is the first game with Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski not in a Patriots uniform. The schedule was released with the expectation of fans filling the stadiums, but the league hasn't commented on if that will happen. Even though the sports world has ground down to a slow crawl, there's still some pockets of hope in the world for those who yearn for entertainment. The Korean basketball organization is underway, and as expected, is with no crowds and covered faces. Of course, you have to be up pretty early to watch them since the games are broadcast on ESPN around 5 a.m. Eastern Time, but the sounds of the game that we're used to hearing, like the crack of the bat, is more than enough to satisfy the most loyal baseball fans. Also, the MLB and NHL are modifying their upcoming drafts. The MLB has reportedly shortened their draft from 40 rounds to 5. The plan is that after the 5th round, any undrafted free agent can sign with a team for $20,000. The event is still scheduled for June 10th. The NHL's draft proposal, however, is not as cut and dry as the MLB or even the NFL, who held theirs virtually earlier in the year. The NHL's Deputy Commissioner Bill Daley proposed the event to be held June 5th, which is before when the Stanley Cup Finals would have started. There's also other factors like teams trading up or down, or cap space due to a drop in revenue, but we will see how this one plays out. Well, tune in next week for more sports. For Alien X Radio, I'm the Prospect. Say until next time, Prospect out.
With the weather quickly changing, it might be a good time to have your furnace or air conditioner checked out by a professional.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
All right, folks, welcome back to The Attack. It's The Attack of the Monday Morning Mancast from outer space. We're almost at that turn, folks. The show will take a turn. And then we'll head back towards the big blue ball. No, I'm not talking about you in junior high looking at dirty magazines. No. Talking about Earth. We're going to head back towards Earth, and I'm going to beam you back aboard. And I can't stress you guys enough, man. Again this week, same situation. Clean up on aisle 9. Stop. Okay? At 9 a.m., the ship can scan the Earth and can see where all of my listeners are at. That's all I can do is see where you're at. I can track you like a GPS. That's it. I don't know what you're doing, and I can just beam you aboard. Now, if you show up all covered in whipped cream and only whipped cream, no clothing, okay, I don't know what you were doing, so I'm just saying at 9 a.m. Eastern, just make sure that all that weird stuff is over with, or on pause, or scheduled for another time. That way, no cleanup, aisle 9. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. All right, people are scared, too. They're screaming, and people got, therapy and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, folks, Music for your vajir holes once again. As we limp along in this very strange episode. It's a very strange episode.
I am going to talk a little bit in a few minutes
about some duh moments, really. Some duh moments. Like, hey, so-and-so got this. Well, why did you think they got that? You know, someone has the COVID-19. Why do you think they have the COVID-19? Why do you think they got it? Duh. Okay, anyway. I know that sounds stupid, but we're going to do that anyway. Music for the vajir holes right now. Let's go ahead. Brand spanking new stuff, guys. Remember, if you want to submit your music to the station, if you got a fantastic band, and you got a good quality, radio-ready MP3, then by all means, attach that MP3. Please make it an MP3, not a download link or something like that. Just take the MP3, make sure the name of your band and the name of the song are included in the title of the MP3, attach it to an email. I know that's old school, right? But yeah, attach it to an email, and send it to newmusic@alienxradio.com. That's newmusic@alienxradio.com. Just like this band did. The band is called 1.5 Dog. I don't know. 1.5 Dog, the name of the band. And Fire in a Hole, the name of the tune. Brand spanking new submission. Just got it this morning. Right here on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
wish there was a knob on the TV so you could turn up the intelligence. They got one marked brightness, but it don't work, does it?
Steroids were the big drug last decade. This decade is going to be thinkoids. Thinkoids will make stupid people smart. This is a thinkoid? It will make me smart? You mean I won't like Milli Vanilli anymore? You mean when I dial information, I'll only need to listen to the number one time? I don't think it's going to work. Well,
the speed of light is 186,000 miles per second. Vector protected.
Hey, that was fun being smart.
There'll be side effects, though. It'll wear off. People will be dumber than they were, so I'll be on jeopardy. Einstein's equation. What is E equals N? What is E? What?
answer just a few questions.
Ah, yes. It is now time to answer just a few questions. This portion of the show is being brought to you by Igor's Lube. Collect all Igor's Lube t-shirts in green, orange, and black. And, well, I think there's a lot of other ones, too. Get Igor's Lube in pink. Get the Igor's Lube in the pink. Do you know what I'm saying?
For the pink.
It's in the pink, too. Anyway.
2 in the pink? 2 for pink.
Was it 2 in the pink and 1 in the stink? Is that how it goes?
It's called the shocker.
The shocker. She's like, what? The shocker's on you because she's like, hey.
Hey. Now with Igor's Lube.
That's right. She wouldn't even notice.
Won't even notice the shocker.
She won't even notice. Igor's Lube, the answer to the shocker.
What is wrong with us?
Question number 1.
Question number 1.
Question number 1. All right, here, let's get the camera on everybody here so that we can see. Oh, wait, we got everybody. It's this one. All right. So just, actually, you know what? We could even put up this, which says, so one of these says just a few questions. Yeah, here it is. Now, someone wants to call in, 313-444-8919. Again, that's 313-444-8919. And boy, the processor's really freaking out. It's got all these cameras going at the same time for this one.
Crazy.
But here we go. Question number 1. You are going on a road trip. You got your bag packed, you got your snacks, and your trusty GPS unit. You start down the road and are happy to be out in the world. You're getting farther and farther away from the city, and your GPS lost its signal. You think you remember the next few parts of the trip, so you decide to continue and are sure that the GPS will reconnect later. After making several wrong turns, you find yourself on a very long single-lane road in the middle of the woods. It's getting dark, and it's starting to rain. With trees on either side, there is no place for you to turn around, so you just keep moving forward. After quite a while, you come to a small clearing with an old run-down house. You come to a stop right in front of the house, and your headlights are illuminating the front porch. You start to notice the items collected there. What things would cause the most concern? A, an old rusty metal bucket with the word toilet scratched on it, but misspelled as T-O-Y-L-E-T. B, a giant pile of assorted car keys and rings. C, at least 3 dozen chainsaws. Or D, an old guy wearing only a Civil War Confederate soldier hat in a sex swing, and he's carving a pumpkin with a sharpened toothbrush. And go.
Oh, I'm definitely going with D on that one.
D, for sure.
That would be the most disturbing.
For sure.
B and D.
B and D. Okay, we can do combinations. We've done that before. I've allowed it. Judges, we'll allow it.
Okay, go.
Okay. All right, so I would even go with D. I mean, come on. That would be the most creepy. I would also be a little worried about the car rings, for sure.
Right.
You know?
So that's why, yeah. But I think D would freak me out a little bit more, and I probably wouldn't stop if I saw that. I would just continue on my merry way.
Right. Well, you have to turn back around now somehow. And go
I back 86 that thing right in reverse.
So the wild card answer that nobody chose is a handwritten note tacked to the door that says, "Just put the bodies in the shed, Cletus, and don't bother your grandpa. He's working on the jack-o'-lantern for the shindig."
It's terrible.
And your bonus question.
Oh, bonus questions.
How good are you at backing up?
Back it up.
I don't know, in that situation, you'd become very good.
I don't know, man.
Real good. No mirrors needed.
No, man. There's a camera on the back of the truck.
There you go. We'll get out of there somehow.
Yep.
All right. So.
Question number 2.
Question number 2. Question number 2 is, now that you are starting to lose your composure, your heart starts to race, you start to sweat, and your hands are shaking. That's when you catch something out of the corner of your eye. You quickly turn to see another guy standing right next to your vehicle. He has long, wet hair, as it's raining, and a straggly beard. Basically, he looks like the Undertaker at the end of a match. He is standing so close to your vehicle that with each breath he takes, it fogs your window and then clears. What do you do next? A, roll down the window and ask for directions.
Nope.
B, start remembering movies like Deliverance, The Hills Have Eyes, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Instantly.
C, just start peeling off your own skin to save time. Or D, ask how much do you want for the pumpkin. Come on!
Is there a wild card answer for this one?
Give me the pumpkin. Oh, yeah, yes, there's a wild card answer.
I think I'm gonna take the wild card on this one.
You chose one of those answers. You can't hear the wild card answer unless you decide.
Ooh.
I'm going wild card on this one.
I want to see what this wild card is.
So you're both going with the wild card answer.
Going with the wild card.
All right. Roll down the window and order a number 5 with fries. Hold the murder, please.
Sure what would be.
Nope, I go with that for sure.
All right. And your bonus question. How fast can you back up?
As fast as I need to.
As fast as I am good.
As fast as it will let me.
And now,
Question number 3.
question number 3 is, so after Cletus has pulled you out of the car and tossed your keys on the pile, he, you, and Grandpa all enter the house. When you get inside, you are shocked to see dozens of other people. They're all dancing, drinking, eating, and having a great time. And that is when you realize what is actually happening. You've always heard about this, you know, these underground hillbilly swingers parties, but thought that they were just a myth. That's why all the keys are in a pile out on the porch. It's a key party, everybody.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
In the middle of the woods.
That's right.
What's up with the chainsaws?
Apparently they're all lumberjacks and they had to leave them outside, I guess. I don't know. You will have to choose a set of keys at the end of the evening to see who you will go home with at the end of the night. By the way, Grandpa is now face-humping the jack-o'-lantern and shouting, "I ain't got no damn keys." Hours have passed. You have met a large number of people that may or may not have been related to each other.
They're all sisters.
You drank lots of moonshine and filled up on pig's feet and collard greens. Cletus leads you to the pile of keys, grunts, and points at them. You must now choose a set of keys. What set do you grab? A, the old-timey cell-looking key with the freshly severed rabbit's foot. B, the Motel 8 key card with 43 photo keychains of cats. C, the Porsche key attached to 3 crumpled up restraining orders. Or D, realize that Cletus is pointing at his own keys and he was the only person at the party with hair and all of his facial features. So you go with those. And go.
I'm going to take a risk and go with the restraining orders.
The restraining orders.
I'm going with the Porsche and the restraining orders.
Porsche keys and the restraining orders.
Going with the Porsche if it runs.
Going with the Porsche.
If it runs, right, exactly.
So to be clear, you're going with people that are missing parts of their faces.
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure you're aware. Everybody in the room was missing part of their face, according to this.
Was there a bonus answer?
There's a wild card answer that you did not choose. Ask to use the pumpkin after Grandpa is finished.
Ooh, definitely not doing it. Definitely not doing
And
that.
finally, your bonus question. If the pumpkin's orifice becomes too dry, what should you use to fix that?
Igor's Lube.
Igor's Lube. Very good.
And now it is time
for random lightning strikes, because I did not write any.
Oh.
So, in addition to being afraid of Grandpa on the porch, which other one of those features was the most scary?
The pile of keys.
The pile of keys?
Those chainsaws.
The chainsaws. You are both absolutely correct. I would have been petrified and crapped my pants on the spot at the sight of any of that stuff.
Yep.
We're not going to do any more of that.
Okay.
Right.
You failing it.
Didn't have that. But that has been Just a Few Questions.
Just a few questions.
This is Rob K from the Creeping Chaos, and you're listening to Alien X Radio.
Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Come on.
Come on, indeed. We are cruising along through the galaxy at triple ridiculous speeds. You have been beamed aboard, and you are inside the mothership for the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. And folks, we are broadcasting to you live on Alien X Radio, UG Media, WCET-FM, Lime City Radio, and the Paranormal Junkyard Radio Network. And we're in syndication and replay around the world with our fantastic affiliate stations. Affiliate stations like 920 WON The Apple in New York City, New York, or 27.7 The Stream in Chicago. How about WRFN 1020 in the UK, or WRPR Rat Pack Radio in Florida? Speaking of rats, we got a brand new sponsor here. This portion of the show is being brought to you, well, it's not a brand new sponsor, it's just a brand new product by an old sponsor. So this portion of the show is being brought to you by brand spanking new Igor's Critter Glue. That's right, no more complicated traps or dangerous poison. It's Igor's Critter Glue. Stick it to those critters. Not compatible with Igor's Lube at all. All right, so folks, at all. Here we go, moving into, well, we're just about up against, that's right, another news break. We got to bring you up to speed of what's going on, you know, because we got to keep you up to date on what's happening with coronavirus and the rest of the world. Hey, it looks like Facebook booted me for some reason. They like to do that from time to time. I guess I'll have to fix that. Huh. Anyway, we'll be back right after that, so stick around for more. There's a whole another hour of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Go nowhere.
The number of coronavirus cases around the world is up to 4.1 million, nearly a third of them here in the U.S. Johns Hopkins University compiles the data. Dr. John Inglesby works there, and he told Fox News Sunday,
"We don't know how this disease is spreading in many places. We still don't understand who's at highest risk."
Researchers keep working on a vaccine and treatments, including one from Israel.
Securing America.
Israel's defense minister announced the typically secretive Institute for Biological Research made significant progress with monoclonal antibodies against the COVID-19 virus. Dr. Morse Laster is a medical venture partner with the Israel-based Our Crowd. He explains the way it works is an engineered antibody to the virus binds to the virus protein, which wants to bind to a cell's receptors.
So in the COVID virus situation, it's called the spike protein. Think of it as a key that goes into the lock, which is the receptor. So if you have an antibody that's binding to the spike cannot bind to the receptor and therefore cannot infect the cell.
Monoclonal antibodies have been used in cancer treatments for years. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
A party in a park in Fort Worth, Texas, led to a shooting last night. That is video that Basil34 posted to Twitter. 5 people were wounded, 2 critically.
Oh, my.
Police say hundreds were gathering despite orders against big crowds. In Castle Rock, Colorado, a restaurant opened for Mother's Day Sunday, defying local orders. And there are pictures and video showing it was packed. Full tables, long lines, people close together, not many masks in sight. Colorado's governor put out a statement that the restaurant is breaking the law and endangering lives. On Wall Street, Dow futures are down nearly 100 points after Friday's big gains. Markets have been moving higher overseas. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
It's starting to get warm outside. Pretty soon my balls are going to stick to my leg. I got to get me some freedom.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R Air Purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Donna, is that a bottle of Igor's lube?
I wish you would just ring up my stuff without all the questions.
I heard there are millions of uses for that stuff.
I only have one.
Have you ever tried playing a naked game of Twister all covered in this stuff?
Can't say that I have.
This stuff will really help to get you out of a tight spot. Or into one, if you know what I mean. Huh?
Are you almost finished?
Just waiting for the bag boy.
Igor?
And don't forget that my lube comes in 1 ounce, 5 ounce, 1 pint, and 1 gallon sizes, so you can feel free to try out that naked twister thing.
Uh-huh. Now see, I told you.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Oh my God. What have I done? What have I done? Look at the turning wheel.
The Alignment, the latest CD from The Creeping Chaos, featuring Dead in the Water. Dead in the water. Beg for mercy and Under the Blade. We live our lives under a blade. Available now at iTunes, CD Baby, and Rock of Ages in Garden City.
I'm going to make a run for the border, and I'm going to place an order. At the window, I'll get a burrito with sour cream and no tomato. Hey, wait a minute, this is not what I ordered. I should have gone to the place on the corner. At Taco Hut, even late night, they'll get your friggin' order right. So go to Taco Hut tonight.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Give me some static! You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership
For the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
When's the last time you had a good time?
Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your vajir holes.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
Shogun of Harlem.
All right, folks, it's hour number 3 of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space, broadcasting to you live directly into your vajir holes and Alien X Radio, UG Media, WCET-FM, Lime City Radio, and the Paranormal Junkyard Radio Network, and in syndication and replay on our fine affiliate stations around the world. Fine affiliate stations like United Sounds Choice, United Talk Radio, Prodcore Radio, Pure Rock Radio, and 97.1 KGSB-FM. Get Smashed Radio in Seattle, Washington. Whoever you are, wherever you are, and wherever you're listening from, give me a call, 313-444-8919. Again, that's 1-313-444-8919. Dumbs the numbers. So, this portion of the show being brought to you by Critter Glue. That's right, from the makers of Igor's Lube, brings you new Critter Glue. No more complicated traps or dangerous poison. Just stick it to those critters with Igor's new Critter Glue. Not compatible with Igor's Lube at all. So, folks, music for the vajir holes on the way. More just a few questions, unless, of course, I get a contestant for Who Wants to Be a Smartass before the halfway point of this hour. And then, of course, I've got a few more things to talk about. One thing I just want to hit on real quick is that we're hearing a lot in the news right just because recently some of these high officials that are on the task force for the coronavirus, they have come in contact with people that have come down with the virus. Okay, some of the people within the circle of people involved in the investigation and checking it out, they have come down with the coronavirus. Now, or COVID-19, I should say. Now people are saying, oh my God, I can't believe that these people, how can they get it? They're supposed to be the most protected, right? They're supposed to tell us how to protect ourselves, and yet they get it. So this makes no sense, right? Well, let me ask you a question. Okay? If you're a plumber, or you're an electrician, okay? Who's gonna get poop on their hands first? Listen to me, okay? Who's gonna get poop on their hand first? The plumber or the electrician? I'm just saying, if you are involved with all of the doctors and the nurses and all the administrators at the hospitals, and you're showing up to these hospitals to do all kinds of whatever, okay? You're coming in contact more often than people who are staying at home or not doing that kind of thing. So, eventually
somebody involved in the higher levels are going to come in contact with
somebody that has it, and eventually it's going to make its way into this chain some point and start working its way up. Why? Because they're there. They're dealing with it, okay? How many doctors and nurses have it? I'm sure that, let's hear that number. I'm sure that's outstanding. It's just a huge number. But anyway, I'm talking too much about serious stuff, and we're supposed to be having fun here, right? So let's go ahead and play some music for the Vajira holes, and I'm going to play some 23
EXP. And the reason why is because the name of the song is Food.
And quite frankly, I'm getting hungry. So it's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
Man, I'm hungry. This is the worst looking hat I ever saw. Oh, it looks good on you, though.
told you once, nobody screws with me.
Well, maybe you'll meet the right girl and all that'll change.
Here's this week's bad movie flashback.
No. Please. No.
It was a night like any other night. Then something happened. Why here? Why now? Why clowns?
What are you gonna do? Knock my block off?
Soon they'll be doing it at a theater near you.
Killer clowns from outer space.
Maybe they're just cruising through the galaxy and stopped here for a bite to eat.
You don't need a police pal, you need a psychiatrist. They want to play games? They're messing with the wrong guy.
What are you in for? Killer clowns from outer space. It's crazy.
Killer clowns from outer space.
You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Can you feel it?
All right, folks, welcome back to The Attack. It's The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. We're broadcasting to you live on Alien X Radio, UG Media, WCET-FM, Lime City Radio, the Paranormal Junkyard Radio Network, and then our fine affiliates in replay and syndication around the world, fine affiliates like WRPR Rat Pack Radio, United Sounds Choice Radio, 97.1 KGSB FM Get Smashed Radio in Seattle, and of course Western Reserve Digital Radio in Ohio. Not to mention Mile High Radio in Colorado. Great name for that station. Anyway, you fine affiliate stations can always give me a call if you're listening live at 1-313-444-8919. Again, that's 1-313-444-8919. Now, we've seen through history that just about every 2 years, some virus catastrophe comes. This year happens to be COVID-19. I think Ebola actually took two turns with, it skipped, it was 2 year hit, 2 years later something else hit, and 2 years later Ebola hit again. So I had already predicted that in 2022 we would get hit with the Miley Cyrus virus. That would control, or that would cause uncontrollable twerking in public and promiscuous sex. But I did not see this coming, folks. I did not see an alternate strain of threats coming out. And that was what had begun with the murder hornets, folks. Murder hornets. All right, African killer bees weren't enough. Now we've got murder hornets. But, hey, if Facebook has taught us anything, all we need is get a bunch of praying mantises, and they'll eat all their heads off. Okay, we've seen enough videos to know that that's all we need. Praying mantises everywhere. So, folks, if you can buy praying mantis eggs online, go ahead and do so. Grow yourself a praying mantis, and you'll be protected from the murder hornets. But, folks, still on their way, predicted, aside from asteroids, earthquakes, hurricanes, and all this kind of stuff that is surely going to rock us for the next 2 years, we have to watch out for the brand spanking new shark seagulls. These are not to be confused with the land sharks, which are also predicted to come. The land sharks that will, pretty much take over all the cornfields in the Midwest. But shark seagulls are just that. They're half shark, half seagull. They can fly around, they poop on you and eat garbage and you. So watch out for the shark seagulls. They could be reaching America, who knows?
As well as man-bear pigs.
Okay, arms of a man, bodies of a bear, and faces of pigs. And they're feral pigs, so they're kind of like boars, and they got big teeth. Also, I think they're from Germany, but they might be migrating this way. I'm just saying, you gotta watch out for them. And we've also seen the post that says you have to watch out for the dragon bat scorpions. Okay, dragon bat scorpions are very bad. Alright, they're not good. They're not for pets. They look cute, yeah. They're like little seahorses in the sky, but no, they will kill you. So watch out for the dragon bat scorpions. They're also probably going to reach the United States. And then finally, scientists have all concluded that by 2022, reaching the coast of the United States, we will have to watch out for chainsaw-wielding flying spider clowns. That would be the next one, okay? Right now, they're very rare in very small areas in the world, but they are migrating this way because, they see 2022 coming and they themselves want to outdo 2020 with something even crazier. So watch out for the chainsaw-wielding flying spider clowns that are all on their way. All right, folks? So in the meantime, how about a little music for your Vajira holes? We're going to go back quite a few years here. This was on the Vinny and the Alien show. We brought the beautiful band Rain into the studio, and they did a awesome version of a song called Haunted. And check it out. You are listening to the Attack of the Monday Morning Mancast from Outer Space.
Got a trail of tears and my blood is smeared. You tore off my mask and unveiled my pain. You've seen it all and you broke me down. Now you're the drug and I'm the addicted. Reach out, I'm helpless. There's no escape from your hollow soul. You pulled me in and you pinned me down. What once was warm is now freezing cold. Can someone hear me? I'm trapped by the heartless. I scream out in agony. I'm swallowed by the darkness. My world's heaven in disguise is now my hell, drowning out my cries. I'm burning deeply, I'm growing weak, I'm lost in sorrow, I'm incomplete. Can someone hear me? I'm trapped by the heartless. I scream out in agony. I'm swallowed
weekly news update from NPR.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
I've always listened to it.
Automaker Toyota is restarting production at its North American plants after shutting them down because of the pandemic. As NPR's Camila Domonoski reports, the car industry is gradually reopening.
More than 24 auto workers have died of COVID-19. Automakers say new safety protocols will reduce the risk of spreading the coronavirus. Sean Suggs is the president of Toyota Mississippi, a plant that makes Corollas. He says workers can stay 6 feet apart in 3/4 of his plant, and there will be other safety measures too.
100% temperature checks when they enter the facility. 100% face coverings.
Ford, General Motors, and Fiat Chrysler plan to reopen next week. The union representing workers at the Big Three has called for more widespread coronavirus testing as plants reopen. Camila Domonoski, NPR News.
Officials with the Navajo Nation say nearly 100 people have died on tribal land of COVID-19. Nearly 3,000 people have been infected with the coronavirus. The Navajo Nation covers parts of 4 western states. Tribal officials are completing another weekend lockdown to try to decrease the spread of the virus. Iran's Navy says 19 sailors were killed Sunday in a friendly fire incident. Their naval support ship was hit by a missile fired from another Iranian vessel during naval exercises in the Gulf of Oman. At least 15 other sailors are reported to be wounded. The support vessel was reportedly setting out targets as part of the exercise, but wasn't finished when it was hit. The incident comes as tension remains elevated between Iran and the U.S. This is NPR.
You know, it's about to start getting pretty hot outside. I think it's time I have a professional check out my air conditioning unit.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Me and my lady want to get busy tonight. What do you recommend?
Igor's Lube.
I got my fist stuck in a gravy boat. Any ideas on how I can get it out?
Igor's Lube.
The hinges on my cabinet doors are squeaky. What should I use?
Igor's Lube.
I got dry, flaky elbows.
Igor's Lube.
Okay, but what if I'm being held hostage by a supervillain in an underground lair with a ticking time bomb and only seconds left until detonation? What would save me then, huh?
Igor's Lube.
That's right. Everything is smoother with Igor's Lube.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Employment, family, love, and relationships. What does your future hold for you? We'll call the only psychic line that employs real psychics. Not phonies. I mean people who really can see your future. The Intergalactic Psychic family has all the answers. They have a complete staff of intergalactic aliens who have psychic and telepathic powers. Put your mind at ease. Call today and receive an autographed picture of Bill Clinton shaking hands with Kronk, the Intergalactic Psychic family's president. And remember, he's not only the ISF president, he's also a client. Call today at 1-900-935-5543. That's 1-900-935-5543. Just $35,000 for the first minute and your life savings each additional minute. So call today. That's 1-900-935-5543.
Say, are you a paranoid schizophrenic with delusions of grandeur? Of course you are. So put down that bottle of Thorazine and listen to me. Crapco is back with the amazing USFL-approved Crapco Home Psychiatrist from Crapco. If you're mentally sick and tired of paying top dollar to some fancy-smancy, hoity-toity, overpriced, intellectual snob with a German accent, then stop sniveling and whining like the helpless weasel you are and send for the Crapco Home Psychiatrist today. You get this beautiful inflatable designer couch. Lie down. Isn't it comfortable? Of course it is. Then simply flick on the patented Crapco Freud-O-Matic tape player and start spilling your guts. It actually listens and responds. Listen.
Uh-huh, I see. Yes, please go on.
Isn't that amazing?
I don't know. What do you think?
I think you should order the amazing Crapco Home Psychiatrist today. Just send $29.99, $95.99 to Crapco before midnight and commit yourself before someone else does. Yes, therapy at just pennies a session. Get one for your dog, too. The amazing Crapco Home Psychiatrist. Remember at Crapco, we always say, if you buy this, you'll buy anything.
Got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
The house is now on fire.
Welcome back to The Attack, everybody. It's The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space, broadcasting to you live on Alien X Radio, UG Media, WCET-FM, Lime City Radio, and the Paranormal Junkyard Radio Networks, and our fine affiliates around the stations like WRPR Rat Pack Radio in Florida, and United Talk Radio in Connecticut, Pure Rock Radio in Canada, and Good Talk Radio in Colorado. Yeah, we're having fun all over the world, folks. All over the world. And when we're live, you can always give me a call at 1-313-444-8919. Again, that's 1-313-444-8919. Or Skype AlienStone1. All one word and the number 1, AlienStone1. So, folks, we talked about murder hornets and shark seagulls, man-bear pigs, dragon bat scorpions, and, of course, chainsaw-wielding flying spider clowns. I also forgot to mention that those particular creatures, besides the one hand being a chainsaw, the other one is a giant lobster claw. Alright, so they're on their way. Maybe Bill Gates can help us with that one too. Bill Gates, he's our savior, right? Bill Gates, he's our man. If he can't microchip us, no one can. I know, I'm getting kind of deep here in the conspiracy theories today. So why don't I just step off that? Okay? We'll just step off that. John LeBang of the John LeBang Show. He's much better at conspiracy theories and, of course, actual information. As well as his other show, which is just pure entertainment with all his cast of characters, and then he's got the music show. He does everything. Well, in addition to that, did you know he was a musician as well? That's right. So a little music for your Vajir holes. It's our own John LeBang. And a tune of his called Love Vampire on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
chocolate pudding. Does anyone want this last chocolate pudding? I have just one chocolate pudding left. It's only pulled away from the side of the dish about 3 inches all the way around. And there's a huge fault running through the center of the pudding. Actually, it's nothing but a ball of skin at this point. Does anyone want a ball of fault-ridden chocolate pudding skin? I'm only going to throw it away.
And now it's time to answer just a few questions.
All right, it is that time once again, everybody. It is time to answer just a few questions. And it's time to squirm. I don't know. Today was a weird day. I don't know. Was I inspired? Not enough. I don't know. Was I inspired differently? Maybe. I don't know. But it's definitely a different vibe today in the Just a Few Questions.
I'm going to take your word for it.
I don't know. So let's go ahead and get to this. But of course, in order to make everybody aware of how uncomfortable this is, let's put the camera over here on my man. You can always give us a call, 313-444-8919. Again, that's 313-444-8919 if you, too, would like to answer just a few questions.
Bring it.
Question number one.
Question number one.
Question number one. I don't have the question number twos. Why not?
I don't know.
Where did they go?
Question number one. All right.
There it is. Just not in order. So, you have just received an email from yourself. While puzzled, you open it to see what you want. You are shocked to read a letter from a hacker. He tells you that he has hacked into your cell phone and embedded malware that has been sending him everything you have been doing on your phone for a month. Every password you typed and every website that you visited. He then tells you that in addition to this information, he has also hacked into your phone's cameras. He claims to have footage of you whacking off while watching a porno. He says that he has created a split video where one side of it is the porno that you were watching and the other side is what you were doing to yourself.
Nice.
He says that if you change your password now, the malware will just send him the new password. And now he tells you that he has backed up your entire device, including your entire phone's Facebook, Messenger, and contacts list, and demands that you pay him $1,000 in Bitcoins to keep him from sending this video to everyone in your contacts list. He has given you 2 days to deposit the money. This could be a scam, but what if it's not? What do you do? A, do you pay the ransom? B, call the police and report the invasion of privacy, figuring that's going to help? C, hire your own hacker. You know, they could try to locate this piece of crap within the next 2 days, burn his house to the ground with him and all of his computer devices inside. Or D, turn into the skid and write a Just a Few Questions segment about it to air on an internationally syndicated radio show just to warn all of your friends and family that they might get a peek into your private time. And go.
I like to clarify, I don't watch porn on my phone. So, that's the truth. So this question could be like deceiving. I'm gonna go with C. I'm gonna hire a hacker, figure out who he is, and I'm gonna go Jason Bourne on his ass.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
You know what's funny? You say Jason Bourne because I was thinking about putting that into there somehow. How it's going to become a script for the next Jason Bourne.
I just like squeak there.
Yeah.
Riri?
Riri.
Ah.
All right. So, you're going to track him down.
Yeah, I'm going to track that SOB down.
And he's done.
Because I'm more worried about my bank accounts and stuff
You're
like that.
gonna
Because I do, well, maybe I shouldn't say that.
Let's not say that out loud. Wild card answer that you did not pick.
And I was thinking about going wild card.
Cancel all your accounts, move to Mexico, and change your name to Pedro.
Oh, that would have been that'd be, if C didn't work, it would definitely be going with that one.
That's a good fallback plan.
Good fallback plan.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
But then it would just be saying that I was guilty.
Right. Bonus question.
I do it on my iPad, bigger screen.
That's right. It's harder to balance, though, you know.
No, it's got to stand. It's perfect.
Bonus question. Which camera would you least likely like that? Which camera would you least like the footage to be from? Like when he's showing the footage of what you're doing yourself. Do you want your face, the front camera, to be the video, or the facing your junk part to be the video?
I'm going to go with my face because I'm sure it's a pretty funny face.
That's the one you would least like.
Oh, no. The least like.
So you'd rather just show your junk?
Yeah, I'd rather them not show the junk as much.
You don't want to show. You want to show your face.
Yeah, I want to show
okay.
the face.
So you want to see the O face?
Yes.
Oh. Gotcha. and
remember we were having like back in the day when like these were really making us nervous.
Right.
And then like it like stopped for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it back again?
Yeah.
Because there's a bonus to the bonus question.
I'm sure there is.
And do you think that the footage might, if it's edited correctly, might be used in a commercial for Igor's Lube?
Absolutely.
All right, everybody.
Question number 2.
Question number 2. All right, so, well, it turns out that the footage that the hacker got of you whacking it has gone viral.
Good job out of me.
You're getting all kinds of emails and phone calls. Most are laughing at you. Some are saying how sorry they are that this happened to you. But some, not many, but a few, want to pay you. Maybe you can get some cash out of this whole thing. You begin to listen to and weigh out your options. Which deal do you want to take? A, Cell Phone Skeet Magazine wants to do a layout centerfold of you in an upcoming issue with a tiny little itty-bitty article. B,
that's exactly what I call it, article.
B, Virgin Films wants to do a weekly porno reality show called Shot on Cell Phones and Shot on Cell Phones and streamed live on Pornhub and Facesplat.com. Or C, you got a marriage proposal from a 95-year-old millionairess with a Ferrari dealership and a heart condition. Or D, you could be the new official spokesperson for Igor's Lube. And go.
Oh, man. I'm going to go with D. I was going to go with C, but I'm married. I'm not going to divorce my wife to go for a 95-year-old, lady with a Ferrari dealership and a
heart condition. Yeah.
Heart condition.
That's right. What you do is you say, "Hey, could we take this car for a ride?" And then you go, "Wow!"
Right.
Yeah. And then you own it.
Then you owned it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. All right. I'm going with it. I'm going with D.
Okay. So, the wild card answer you did not choose is you were offered a job as a hand model.
I'm looking for my hand twin.
Because the hand was definitely in the video.
Right?
So your bonus question is, now that all is said and done, how much of your newfound money will you actually be spending on internet security in the future?
None of it.
None of it.
Hell no, I'm already famous for screwing
That's
it
right.
up, man. You might as well roll with it, right?
Right, exactly. Everybody knows. Who cares now?
Maybe I'll get a 45-year-old woman with
You might as well be Pee Wee
with a
Herman at this
Lamborghini
point.
dealership. the next time around.
All
It reminds me of Californication. Did you ever watch that show?
I might have.
You gotta if you got Netflix, you gotta look that up and watch it, and you'll see where I'm getting at. But go on. Question number 3.
Question number 3.
Question number 3. All right, so now that the video is out, and all of your friends have seen it, many will act differently to the hacking, the video itself, the career it spawned. Man, I can't even read my own typing. The career it has spawned, and your newfound fame and fortune. Which of your friends, your current friends, will do what? Who will mention it every single time they see you from now until death?
Dave.
At least he will tell you every...
Oh. Drummer Dave would do it.
12 to 2. Oh, okay.
Dave.
Not
Donnie.
Not Donnie. Dave.
B. Of course, they would all remind me. All 3 of those guys would remind me.
Right.
Every day.
But Dave would be every.
Dave would probably call me.
He would call you up if he wasn't there.
Yeah.
B. Who will never mention it ever?
That would probably be Rob. Maybe, yeah. Rob probably wouldn't bring it up.
That's too much.
Yeah, he'd be like, yeah, that's just something I just don't want to know about.
Right. C.
I'm sorry that I do if he did, if it happened and he did, and then he would never bring it up again.
C. Who will ask for an autographed copy of the centerfold from Cell Phone Skeet magazine?
That would definitely be Donnie.
Donnie! Absolutely.
Dude, I know you, man. I know you.
D. Now that you can afford such things, who will offer their services who will offer their services or leads to services to find and eliminate that hacker?
Probably Kelly.
She's got the connection.
Yeah.
I'll get it done for you, all right?
She's probably one who hacked me to begin with.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to tell you who's going to do it, but it's going to get done, all right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You just say the word. You say, hey, it needs to get done, and it gets done.
Yeah.
Your wild card answer that you did not choose. No one you have any type of relationship would ever let you go. God damn, I can't even read this. Would ever let this go and must now kill everyone to get any peace. That was horrible. How long it took to get out. Wild card answer is no one that you have any type of relationship would ever let this go, so you must kill absolutely everybody. See, that sounded better.
Did.
It would have been better the first time. Bonus question. How would you react if you opened up an email with a video like this of your best friend? Would you tell them, tease them, or just pretend you never seen it?
Oh, I tell them.
You would tell them.
Absolutely.
So you would you wouldn't tease them because that was another answer.
Well, you didn't say which one would I do first.
Like, first, I'm not going to tell them while I tell everybody else.
Right.
Then I'm going to tell them. Then I'm going to tease.
And I'm going to tell them it's for real.
Gotcha.
See, you gotta specify the questions.
That is correct. Well, sir, guess what?
We out of time. No.
It is now time for lightning strikes.
Forgot about this part.
Front camera or back camera?
Front.
Back camera gets junk, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You wanted the junk. No, you wanted the face. So, well, yeah. That's for you. You wanted the face, right?
Right.
You wanted the O face. I'll give you one. I'll give you one. I don't know if I'd want my face. I think if it wasn't my face, I could be like, that's not my junk.
Right.
And they go, yeah, but that's your house. That's your shoes. That's your shoes, man. All right, so anyway, Pornhub or YouPorn?
Pornhub?
They are both fine media outlets. Duct tape or electrical tape to cover your camera?
Duct tape.
Electrical tape is thinner and it's black and it'd mesh in so nobody even know you did it. You know what I'm saying?
You speak from experience.
Yeah.
Go!
Portrait or landscape video?
Landscape.
Correct. It's easier to hold the screen, you know. Well, you know. Who's smarter, hackers or the Geek Squad employees?
Hackers.
Correct, Mundo. Professor Falcon's son's name was Joshua or Jordan?
Joshua.
That is correct.
You didn't think I was going to get that one, did you?
I just threw it, it was a little...
Right, I like it. I like it. I like what you did there. That was good.
Passwords all the same or all different?
All different.
Hold your phone with your left or right hand?
Right hand.
Because you need your right hand to... You know what I'm saying? Pay the ransom or do not pay the ransom?
Don't pay the ransom.
Continue whacking with caution or give up masturbation and let the hackers win?
Whacking with caution.
Yes! You are the winner, sir! And that has been just a few questions.
Oh.
Get out!
We were doing this long before you came in, sir.
Excuse me, sir. There's been a little problem in the cockpit.
The cockpit? What is it?
It's the little room in the pilot's seat.
People I love are fading. Relationships have no meaning. My world has started spinning. My heart has lost all feeling. I feel I'm sinking lower and lower and lower. My surroundings getting colder and colder and colder. Everything's becoming slower and slower and slower. I think I'm gonna go when I hit the next new low. Nobody cares, you're delusional. Stop doing this for attention. Nobody cares, you're delusional. Stop doing this for attention. Things I love the most are fading. Moments I love have no meaning. Places I love have started spinning. My life has lost all feeling. I feel I'm sinking lower and lower and lower. My surroundings getting colder and colder and colder. Everything's becoming slower and slower and slower. I think I'm gonna go when I hit the next new low. Times like this, you gotta reach out for a helping hand. Cry for help, even though it hurts just to stand. I know you say you got nothing in this life of yours. A broken soul in the moment right before it soars. Higher and higher and higher. Warmer and warmer and warmer. Faster and faster and faster. I think I'm gonna stay higher and higher. Warmer and warmer and warmer. Faster and faster and faster. I think I'm gonna stay.
Resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like.
It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
All right, folks, here we are right up against the end of the show. I do want to thank everybody for tuning in and checking out the show on all of our fantastic stations, especially our live affiliates around the world. Talking about Alien X Radio, UG Media, WCET-FM, Lime City Radio, and the Paranormal Junkyard Radio Network. Fine affiliates around the world, I want to thank you for carrying the show. 920 WON The Apple, 24.7 The Stream, WRFN 1025, WRPR Rat Pack Radio, United Sounds Choice Radio, United Talk Radio, Prodcore Radio, Pure Rock Radio, 97.1 KGSB FM Get Smashed Radio, IRN Internet Radio Network, Good Talk Radio, Mile High Radio, K89, and Western Reserve Digital Radio. Once again, wherever you are listening, you can always send me a message over on the Skype. It's AlienStone1. I get all text messages. Send them on over there, AlienStone1. Also, if you're a YouTuber, head on over to YouTube and look for the Alien X Radio YouTube channel. You can check out all the live video feeds from the shows. They're all sitting right there for you to check out. Also, contact me that way. Head on over to Facebook. Look for the Alien X Radio fan group. Join that group, and you will be constantly updated about when the shows are coming up, what's happening, and you'll always have access to all the shows in replay if you head on over to alienxradio.com as well. So, that being said, everybody, I do want to thank you all for joining me. My name is Alien Stone for the mother.
And I think I am going to go ahead and
get out of here as I start beaming you all back aboard that big blue ball. Big blue and green ball, Earth. Thank you very much for joining me. See you next time.
I sat in a coffee shop and I drank half a cup of coffee before I noticed there was lipstick on the cup. And then I went to wipe it off with a napkin, and there was wadded up gum and lipstick on the napkin. And I must have been sitting in that woman's lap for, I don't know, 15 minutes.
What are we doing for lunch? I'm starving.
Eat quickly, that green part is moving. Excellent!
Don't touch those! Don't you ever touch my balls without asking.
What a dork.
What do you know from funny, you bastard?
I hope this was as much fun for you as it was for me.